Hello everyone, our lesson today is modal verbs in grammar, and I've got 6 questions for you. As you can see, the first question is, what is a modal verb? Question 2, do modal verbs have other names? Question 3, what do modal verbs help us to do? Question 4. Are modal verbs the same as auxiliary verbs? 5. Can we make a sentence without a modal verb? And number 6. How do we use the modal verbs can and could? So this is part 1 of modal verbs. So please think about this is part 1. Think about the answers. Just for 1 minute, and then I will give you the answers. Of course, this video is for high levels, for maybe at least intermediate, for at least entry 3. Okay, let's look at the answers. What is a modal verb? A modal verb is a type of an auxiliary verb. Number 2. Do modal verbs have other names? Yes. Sometimes they are called modals. So the grammar books have different names. Sometimes they call them modal verbs, sometimes they call them modals. Number 3. What do modal verbs help us to do? Modal verbs help us to express our attitude. Express means to show. That is to say, they help us to show our feelings and opinions about things, people, events, and animals or other things. So they help us to show our feelings, opinions. Are modal verbs the same as auxiliary verbs? No, they are not. Modal verbs look like auxiliary verbs, but modal verbs have additional meanings, whereas auxiliary verbs help us to make questions negative and tenses only. So I repeat, modal verbs look like auxiliary verbs, but modal verbs have additional meanings, whereas auxiliary verbs help us to make questions negative and tenses only. And that's the difference between auxiliary verbs and modal verbs. Can we make a sentence without a modal verb? Yes, we can. We can make a sentence by using one main verb only. Stop is a sentence. How do we use can and could? A. We use can to show permission. I underlined the modal verb for you. So anything blue is the verb. If you see anything blue, this is the verb. If you see a line under a verb, this means this is the modal verb. So I can play. Can play is a verb. Can is the modal verb. So if I say to you, I can play games at the weekend only, what is the meaning of can play? It means I plus can means I have permission to play games at the weekend only. This is the meaning of can play. Next one, can I open the door please? So what's the meaning of can open? It means, do you give me permission to open the door, please. And can in this sentence is informal. We use it in informal, English. Number B, we can use can to show possibility for a short time. Coronavirus can be dangerous. So this means it is possible that coronavirus can be dangerous. I repeat, can be is a verb, can is a modal verb. What is the meaning of can be? It means it is possible that coronavirus can be dangerous. Sometimes the context or the situation tells us the exact meaning. So if I say to you, Olivia, you can cook stuffed aubergine. So what's the meaning of can cook? It means it is possible for Olivia to cook it because I can see there is enough meat and rice in the kitchen. Or, I and your mom give you permission to cook stuffed aubergine. So can cook can have two meanings. It depends on the situation. It can give the meaning of possibility. It can give the meaning of permission. And that is the case if I am speaking to a girl called Olivia, or if I am speaking to you. So if I say to you, you can cook stuffed aubergine, this means either I give you permission to do it, or it is possible for you to cook aubergine. And this depends on the situation or the context. We can use can to show ability. So maybe we can put this on the next page. We can use can to show ability. My son can swim 100 meters. So what's the meaning of can swim? It means my son is able to swim 100 meters. So here can shows ability. We can use, of course, can't to show we are fairly sure about something. So if I say Patricia can't be at college now. So what's the meaning of can't be? I am fairly sure she is not at college. And this is the meaning of can't be. So as you can see, every time we change a modal verb, we change the meaning of a sentence. And as I said, I underline the modal verbs for you in each sentence. But everything blue is the verb in a sentence. Could. How do we use could? We use could to show permission in the present. So, if your car has broken down, you could use my car. So you and could together means I give you permission to use my car. You could use my car. With a stress on could, it means I give you permission to use my car. Could I open the door, please? So, do you give me permission to open the door, please? So what's the meaning of could I open the door? Could open. It means do you give me permission to open the door, please? So could is more polite than can, and could can be formal and can be informal. Number B, we use could to show permission in the past. So, in September, we could enroll on an English course. What's the meaning of could enroll? It means we were allowed to enroll on an English course, or we were given permission to enroll on an English course, but we did not enroll. So could enroll, it means there was permission in the past for us to do it, but we did not do it. So in September we were allowed to enroll on an English course, it means we were given permission to enroll and we enrolled. And that's the difference between sorry about this is coronavirus, don't touch your face, as they say. So could enroll is what? It means we were given permission to enroll, but we did not enroll. If you use were allowed to enroll, it means we were given permission and we enrolled. So the meaning is different between this sentence and this sentence. So could enroll is the opposite of were allowed to enroll. Of course, could enroll gives permission or shows permission, but it means we did not do it. Were allowed to enroll shows permission and we did it. Number C, I have to go to the next page again. We use could to show possibility. Tom could be at college now. So what's the meaning of could be? It means it is possible that Tom is at college now. We use could to show past ability. Example, when I was young, I could climb any hill. It means I speak about any hill, and the meaning is I did not climb any hill. I'm just explaining about my ability in the past when I was young, but I did not do this action. I did not climb the hill. But if you look at this sentence, I could have studied engineering, but I preferred to study English. So what's the meaning of could have studied? It means I had the ability to study engineering, but I did not study it. If you come to was able to, it's different. When I was young, as you can see this one here, when I was young, I was able to climb the hill in our area. This means I speak about a specific hill, and the meaning is I climbed the hill. So when you say I was able to climb the hill, means you did it. But if you say I could climb the hill, means you did not do it. And if you say I could have climbed the hill, it means you did not do it. Very good. Number E, we use could and have and past participle to show we are angry. So this is could, this is the past participle, as you can see. So you could have emailed your work to me. What's the meaning of this sentence? What's the meaning of could have emailed? It means I am angry because you did not email your work to me in the past. And that's why I use could with have, and emailed is the past participle of email. Please watch the video again and again and look at each modal verb and think about the meaning of it. Yeah. So if you want, you can write this sentence, type it to Google, type this sentence, interactive exercises on modal verbs, and Google will give you thousands of websites which you can use to practice how you can use modals in your speaking and writing. If you like the video, please click on subscribe, and I hope you learn from more videos in future on my channel. Thank you for listening and watching as well.